Hey everybody. It is about 12:30 at night on Saturday night. I finished a long shift at Red Lobster today, and I worked from 2 o'clock this morning. Not 2 o'clock this afternoon. I mean, you can see how fried I am. 2 o'clock this afternoon up until 12:30 because I've been trying to handle everything in the fucking kitchen. You know, keeping everything together, going to see how things are done, and make sure while I'm going over things, making sure things are done right. And it's just, I feel as though I'm working with a bunch of incompetent, lazy kids. You know, it's just, it's different when you're working with adults. Adults, I think, in previous generations are much harder workers. I get along more so with adults more than these younger kids, because guys who are like 40, 50, 60 years old, they get it. Hard work and dedication and doing a great job pays off. But these young kids nowadays, they don't want to fucking work for nothing. You know, and so I see it in my job, and I've seen it several jobs. They come on in, they do a half-assed job at what they do, and they just go ahead and get their 40 hours and get a fucking paycheck. And what really inspired this video was, there was this one kid, now I'm not going to say who his name is, but to whom it may concern, if I was your dad, I would have asked you how old you were and for what you did, and I would have belted you as many times as how old you are. And this kid, you know, he works as a dishwasher / waiter at my job. And he seemed to do a really good job at first. You know, he was dedicated, he showed up to work, he was very helpful. And I helped him out today because he was supposed to take over my position doing dish. Because I don't want to do dishes all the time. We've been having a hard time going and getting dishwashers coming in at work. And I helped him out in the beginning, catching up on dishes, which is easy for me. Washing dishes is easy. That's where I started out. That's how you start out in the restaurant industry. You start out at the bottom doing dishes, then they put you in prep, and they put you in different other positions, and then you can work your way up. But I went ahead, I helped him catch up earlier today. He was handling dishes by himself. Meanwhile, I'm over handling fry, doing what I can, taking out orders, working with the other cooks, even though they do a half-assed job because they're a bunch of kids too. And then later on in the day, after I went ahead and I closed down the fry, I cleaned things up, I cleaned up the prepper or whatever, he wasn't there. I think, what the fuck? Where did he go? So I looked around the whole restaurant. I checked the bathroom, I checked the break area, I checked everywhere. He's gone. He just left. And I'm left with a big pile of dishes to go ahead and sort through. Luckily, some of the other guys came on by and helped me out, but I was fucking pissed. I was so fucking pissed off. And it's like, you know what? I'm done. You know, I've come to a point now in which I really do not want to work with these young, lazy, spineless, weak fucking kids. I'm done with them. I'm done. You know, it's like, most of these kids nowadays were given everything for nothing. They want a cell phone, mommy and daddy buy him a cell phone. They want the latest pair of shoes, mommy and daddy go and get a latest pair of shoes. I remember my dad said that when he was a teenager growing up, he would mow lawns, he would go ahead and have a paper route and stuff like that. Kids don't know how to fucking hustle nowadays. They expect everything to be given to them. They grow up with this entitled mentality, saying, oh, you're special, you deserve everything. The whole world should go ahead and give you what you want because you're all special. You can, man, fuck all that. Fuck all that. You're turning these kids into lazy, entitled, spoiled fucking rats. I'm tired of it. if this is how our generation of workers are going to be, we are so fucked. We are fucked. You know, what is it that makes a company or anything worthwhile as far as a business or a country or whatever? It's hard-working, honest people. But a lot of these kids, they're not hard-working and they're not very honest. They think they can just do a piss-poor job and get the same results as far as a good paycheck and benefits. Fuck you! Fuck you! If you think it can live... These kids had no discipline. They had no discipline whatsoever. And a lot of parents nowadays are too scared to fucking discipline their kids. I don't mean discipline them by going ahead and beating the fucking shit out of them, but just... These kids had grown up with no fucking repercussions. Like, one of the things I remember my dad used to tell me when I was a kid growing up is that, you do that one more time, I'm going to give you a spanking. And he kept his word. Like, I remember one time when I was a kid and I ripped the back screen door of the house where I stayed at. And then I went back out on the swings for a little bit and my dad snatched me off the swings and said, "Did you do this?" And then he did that. And I think that's one thing that's missing nowadays is corporal punishment actually works. Tough love actually works. Because the fact is that if your parents don't discipline you, life will. Alright? If you think that you can fuck up and get away with a lot of shit, life is gonna kick your motherfucking ass. Okay? And it's just these kids had never gotten their ass kicked and they never had any repercussions. They become so soft and so undisciplined and so lazy and so weak that they mess things up for everybody else. You know, I'm just very disappointed right now. I am very disappointed with the outcome of how this whole turned out tonight. But it's not just with this kid, but it's with a bunch of kids in this generation. A lot of these young kids don't want to fucking work. They don't want to go ahead and enter the real world and take on responsibilities for themselves and their own fucking lives. And it's just, you know, I know for sure for me that when I have my own business and I have my own shop or my own food truck or whatever, I really don't want to hire these kids. Get me a bunch of older guys to work with, you know? Get me some very few hardworking, badass motherfuckers like me to work with. And then we got something going for ourselves. I have a very, 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 very low tolerance for stupid and lazy people. Very low tolerance. And that's one of the main reasons why I know for sure, I mean, I'm not going to let them know, but I'm going to leave this job pretty soon. I got better options, you know, because I find myself working with a lot of stupid and lazy people. Fuck out of here. I mean, even some of the guys, the people who are working there, they complain about what's going on, you know? It's just like, we had a whole meeting today about setting standards on how things are done, and I'm willing to follow, but these other kids, they don't want to follow it. They just want to mess around and do whatever they want to do, you know? Or they don't just fuck around totally, but they don't follow what's expected for them to do. They just want to fuck around, you know? And you know, it's just, I'm tired of it. I really am just tired of it. It's like, where are the hard-working, dedicated people in this generation? Where are they? It's like, they don't exist. Hardly any of them exist. You know? These spoiled, entitled brats are going to mess things up for everybody. Okay? Hopefully once they enter the real world then and get their ass kicked a few times by life and reality, then they'll understand. Otherwise, this world is going to chew them up and spit them out. And I hope that happens either way. Because, I mean, we don't need any of these lazy, entitled, spoiled brats walking around. I mean, it's just... Oh. Man. Work ethic, thrown out the window. Responsibility, thrown out the window. You know, honesty, thrown out the window. I'm just done. I'm done with this bullshit. No. I'm just... I cannot put up... I don't want to put up with this anymore. No. I got better things to do than to put up with a bunch of lazy, entitled, spoiled brats. You know? The way kids are nowadays, it's just not going in a good direction. You know? It's just not going in a good direction. The millennials, Gen Zers, or whatever, it only seems to be getting worse. Okay? I cannot imagine how things are going to be in the future when we have more of these lazy, entitled, spoiled brats coming about. Okay? We are fucked. We are fucked as a culture. We are fucked as a society. Okay? The only thing I can do is just choose to keep working hard. Keep working hard and dedicate myself to what it is I want to do and where I want to go with my life. Because I know I got something going for myself. The people at my jobs, they know I got something going for myself. That's why they see more value in me. You know, for all you young fucking kids, grow the fuck up. Grow the fuck up and get some sense into your head. Otherwise, like I said before, you don't get some sense into your head and get your shit together, life is gonna kick your motherfucking ass. And I hope it does. Just so maybe, just maybe, you can go ahead and get yourself together and have a hand on reality. Because otherwise, if life goes ahead and eats you up like a T-Rex, like in Jurassic Park, I'm not going to feel sorry for you. You brought this upon yourself. Okay? Alright. I've had to go ahead and let off some steam. You know, don't be lazy. Don't be irresponsible. Actually have something going for yourself, okay? Work towards being honest, hardworking, responsible, and dedicated to whatever it is you do. Don't be like these young, dumb fuck kids out here, okay? Don't be like these young, dumb fuck kids. Otherwise, if you're lazy and irresponsible and stupid, your life is gonna suck. But if you're hardworking and dedicated, and you're smart, and you're working towards something, then you're gonna have a good life. Anyways, I'm about to have myself in and out right now. That's all for tonight, everybody. Peace out. Have a nice night. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.